Communities around the world are mourning the death of Pope Francis, who died early this morning. He celebrated Easter services at St. Peter's Basilica, working right up until his passing. Pope Francis was known for his charming and humble style, as well as his progressive beliefs. Here to talk about the passing of the monumental figure, the Pope himself, and what is now next for the Vatican is Monsignor John Zuraw. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Yes, let's talk about the Pope. You know, he was a beloved figure, often referred to as the People's Pope. So what made him such a revered figure among people? How did he resonate with so many different groups?
Truly, he was a pastor. And, you know, his burial plans will be represented as a pastor. In times past, they would bury a pope in 3 coffins. He's chosen to be buried in 1. Most popes are buried within the grounds of the Vatican. He has chosen to be buried at one of his most favorite places, which would be the St. Mary Major Basilica, a place that he often visited when he would return from foreign affair trips.
Okay, and he was known as an advocate for marginalized groups of people and communities. During his last speech, actually on Easter Sunday, he called for a ceasefire in Gaza. So how do you believe his legacy will help bring the Catholic Church into the future, maybe inspire more young Catholics?
I think what will happen is they will see the authenticity of this man, that there was nothing fake about him, but rather he had the true love of the church. And this will be the legacy that he has left us for generations to come.
And we got the breaking news this afternoon about his passing. He died from a stroke and heart failure subsequently. Catholicism is obviously steep in tradition. What's the process like after this period of mourning takes place? How long will that be? And then what's the next step?
Yeah, so there's a 9-day period of mourning. The funeral most likely will take place between 4 to 6 days. Then after the funeral, the cardinals will start arriving in Rome if they have not yet come in for the funeral. Then between 15 and 20 days will be an opportunity for them to get to know one another, because cardinals are coming from throughout the world. And then they will enter into the Sistine Chapel and begin to deliberate as to who the next leader of the Catholic Church will be.
Do you believe it'll be someone that is similar to Pope Francis and his beliefs, or do you think they may pick someone else? That there's speculation it might be someone from Africa, not America.
Well, I think they're going to have characteristics and qualities that Francis loved, because most of the cardinals who will be electing the new pope, Francis has named.
And how do you hope maybe politics doesn't seep into this process? I know, you want people to follow, the religion, but a lot of folks, even that times in the past there was always, criticism around religion in general. So how do you hope people view this process, and what do you hope pans out?
I think most of us had the opportunity to watch Conclave, and Conclave basically was very politically motivated. Now, the beauty is that the Holy Spirit is in charge, and the Holy Spirit is going to enlighten the minds of those individuals to elect the new leader.
And how is the Valley dealing with the mourning of his loss? What have people been telling you personally?
I think he has touched each and every one of us because of that humanness, that humbleness, that he was relatable, that infectious smile. And, remarkably, what he did yesterday by coming out on the balcony and, wishing everybody a happy Easter. But more importantly, he got in that Pope mobile and they drove around so that he was still in touch with those he loved, the people that he most cared for.
All right, thank you so much for taking the time to join us right here on 21 News at 5.
Thank you very much.